If you recently injured your knee playing sport, I've got some great physio tips for you. These tips are for when you hurt your knee, whether that be you twisted it, whether you leant on it, or whether you copped a big knock to the knee and subsequently it's been painful and sore and potentially even swollen the next day. In the early stages following a knee injury, you really want to take care of the basics. That would include icing regularly post the injury, wearing a compression garment and trying to stay off your knee as best you can. That may involve, depending on how severe the injury is, using crutches. If you're a few weeks down the track, you've really got to be careful how you return to sport. This would include returning back to slow jogging in the first instance. If that goes well, you can slowly increase the speed of running. So straight line running, you may be running at maybe 80% as a good starting point. If that goes well and you report no knee pain, no instability, you can maybe consider going back to change of direction or agility work. And then from there onwards, you can maybe consider returning back to training. So this first exercise is called a heel slide. This is important to try and get your knee bend back. How I'd go about doing this is I'll demonstrate this with my left foot. I want you to relax your heel on the bed. All you're going to try and do is slide your heel towards your bottom as much as you can. If you feel a tiny bit of stiffness and even maybe some minor pain there, you can try to gently apply some pressure to your knee and you can just gently give it a bit of a hug. If that feels good, you just gently relax out of that position and then you keep repeating that. If you're someone in quite a bit of pain, all I'd suggest you're doing instead is sliding your heel towards your bottom and stopping short of any pain and then sliding back. Usually we'd give these in sets of 10 and you might do 2 or 3 sets of 10 multiple times per day. So this next exercise is called a seated knee extension. The way I'd usually instruct you to do this is to hold on to the edge of a chair and then have your knee creased right on the edge of the chair. Slowly try and straighten out your knee. When you're at the top, hold for a few seconds and then relax. You can repeat that several times in a row. The way to progress that, if you feel like that's a bit too easy, is you can use a band. The way we'd usually instruct you to use a band is you wrap that around the front of your foot and then the front of a chair, and then what you're doing is you're slowly straightening your leg against the resistance of the band. An alternative to do that if you don't have a band at home is to use your good leg. You place your good leg in front of the bad leg or the leg you're trying to work, and all you're going to try and do is use your good leg to push against your bad leg when you're trying to straighten your leg. So I'll demonstrate at the moment. So I'm going to use this leg to push against the other leg when I'm straightening it. And then down, and then again. So usually for anyone, we'd again do sets of 10, probably 2 or 3 in a row, nice and slow, multiple times a day. The next exercise is a mini squat. It's a great exercise to try and get some loading through your knee, your quadricep and your bottom. The way I usually instruct you to do this is to place your hands on your hips, have your feet in line with your hips. All I want you to do is slowly bend your knees and lower your bottom down, and then stand back up nice and tall and squeeze your legs. So again, hands on your hips, feet in line with your hips as well. Slowly bend your knee and then stand up nice and tall, squeezing your legs. If you feel like doing that's too easy, you can easily hold onto a dumbbell, and this is called a goblet squat. So you hold onto the dumbbell right in front of you over your chest. Same principle, you slowly lower your knees, lower your bottom, and then stand up nice and tall. We'd give that again in sets of 10, do 2 or 3 in a row. So I'll now show you what it looks side on. So again, feet in line with your hips, hands on your hips, slowly lower your knees and your bottom down, and then stand up nice and tall, squeezing your leg muscles. Please give these exercises a go. They're a great starting point. I strongly recommend coming in to see one of our experienced physiotherapists to get further assessment or further treatment and really target the later stages of your rehabilitation to try and get you back into sport sooner. Thanks for watching the video. We'd love to see you in the clinic soon.